Let's find out. MADREAMY and ZEFARIOUS on the bottom side of the bracket. Stoic and Once in Love, take it away.
Yep, here we go, guys. We have our first match, and that is ZEFARIOUS and MADREAMY. This is game 3 today, and we have our pre-bans already locked in. Pontos getting pre-banned, Gianna getting pre-banned, and the first pick on the side of MADREAMY is the Okeanos.
Yeah, we know. We've seen a lot of MADREAMY ladder picking 3 or 4 Sea Emperors there, so not surprised to see the Pontos ban and the Gianna ban on the opposite side. We know ZEFARIOUS loves the Sierra-Gianna combination.
ZEFARIOUS locking in the Ciara and Ganymede combination, of course, splitting it up from that Okeanos, not allowing those two on the same team here. MADREAMY with 2 drafts.
Yeah, not quite sure what he wants to lean into. Could safely pick honestly, he could early pick the Hey Gang alongside a Carnal, but goes for that Water Ryu instead. Knows ZEFARIOUS is incredibly good Water Ryu.
Yeah, Water Ryu, and of course the Connells coming out here from MADREAMY. Now, this is an excellent team when you got this Okeanos and Connell teamed up here, but I'm almost expecting to see that Chow coming out. It's such an excellent counter against those 2 fire damage dealers, but let's see what ZEFARIOUS has in store, and he has a Lulu in store at the moment.
I like that, though. The swap over to the Annabelle and Juno. These have become a very, very popular pick on the ladder. We know ZEFARIOUS had them before and used them fairly well, but this 3-turn slow debuff, 3-turn defense break from the Annabelle is very, very scary.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, a lot of fire coming out from MADREAMY. I also like that change to the Annabelle and the Juno. Definitely a great draft for ZEFARIOUS. These two are drafting excellently as we all thought they would. We've got Vertiheel coming up from MADREAMY and one last pick here, and it is going to be Fran down to the wire there, drafting that Fran.
Fran's a bit interesting into this. We used the Juno early on, but only 1 stripper. It's going to force ZEFARIOUS possibly to go into another stripper, but wants to be careful of that Verd. You see Verd into a draft like this where there's really not that much AoE. To me, that screams either Swift or Violent Verd.
Ooh, and it looks like that Rika's coming out here. Now, by drafting Rika in a 5th pick position, I can't help but say the Fran is 100% getting banned out on the side of MADREAMY.
I do like the Rika. Rika Ganny's pretty scary in this opportunity.
Yeah, Rika Ganny being terrifying. And it looks like the Annabelle's getting banned out in the Okeanos.
I see. Interesting. So MADREAMY leaning actually over to not have to deal with this. He wants to keep the slow debuff up.
Some very interesting drafting indeed. And let's go, guys. We're in game 1 between MADREAMY and ZEFARIOUS, and setting it off with that Water Ryu, getting not a full team strip, and Fran throwing up attack buff and immunity.
A bit scary here for the Juno. It's actually not looking very good. The immunity and no strip opportunity here with the Verd alongside it as well is going to give MADREAMY a lot of turns and a lot of damage into this Juno.
Yeah, it really is, and that attack buff Vertiheel dealing so much damage. With the attack buff, Connell dealing a lot of damage as well. He's looking to drop that Juno, and does so.
MADREAMY taking it out on the first rotation there. It's a lot of damage from that Verd, actually.
It really was a lot of damage coming from that Verd, and Water Ryu trying to pummel in as much damage as possible on Ciara. Ciara has attack buff bomb coming out here onto a unit that he wants to lock down, and that unit is going to be the Vertiheel.
Oh, but that attack broken bomb is a little rough. It's not very much damage, and here it is. Here's the rotations. Fran's going to be able to cleanse it next turn as well.
Yeah, looking very good from MADREAMY right now. ZEFARIOUS has to start thinking about his next match already. Connell shutting it down with the Rika. Rika's going to be gone here. Ganymede's not going to be doing it. So there you have it. Round 1 going to MADREAMY.
My God, that was a fast match. Both players making their decisions incredibly fast. Not a lot that ZEFARIOUS could do here into MADREAMY's composition.
I definitely want to see these two take a little bit more time in this draft here. We've got the pre-bans from last time, Pontos and Gianna. They are now available going into the second round here. New pre-bans coming out right now.
I like the Okeanos pre-ban. I also really like the Moore pre-ban, but I'm not quite sure if ZEFARIOUS is too afraid of the Sierra right now. I think he's okay to give up the Sierra to MADREAMY, but no Pontos pre-ban. I think we're most likely going to see the... Oh, I was going to say Lulu, but there's the Chung Pung instead.
Yeah, Chung Pung, Ganymede getting pre-banned out. Here's ZEFARIOUS with the first pick in this round 2.
So ZEFARIOUS takes the Oki here first, bans out the Ganny, or he takes Sierra first and bans out the Ganny, so MADREAMY can't take Oki-Ganny combination.
Oh, there's the Okeanos being drafted by ZEFARIOUS. We got Water Ryu in one of the unit being drafted by MADREAMY, and it is going to be the Connell.
Water Ryu Cardinal's pretty safe in this opportunity. ZEFARIOUS has Sierra Gianna combination available. but wants to take the Hagang first. Very good choice. Very effective unit into that Carnal.
Yep, definitely is. Ciara Hagen coming out for ZEFARIOUS. MADREAMY needs to respond after seeing those 3 units on the side of ZEFARIOUS.
Would be interesting to see if he really contends for turn 1. Triton could be an option here. Chiwu can also be an option. It is a little bit risky into the speed lead Okeanos, though, because that Okeanos is usually known to be super fast.
Ooh, Juno Pontos coming out for MADREAMY, getting that Pontos into the field finally.
Interesting to see both of these players are choosing their own counter picks. So MADREAMY's taking the Juno so he doesn't have to deal with it while he has the Pontos. ZEFARIOUS taking Hagang to go along with his Gianna.
And we've got Cadiz coming out for ZEFARIOUS. Gianna Cadiz wrapping up ZEFARIOUS' draft. MADREAMY looking to respond after seeing both these DAC units out here.
Cadiz is an interesting unit for this kind of draft. I've seen a couple players try to use him in this opportunity. I think the most interesting thing is that he reduces, like he takes attack bar, but alongside the taking attack bar, I guess it's because the Pontos gives immunity. He's planning on using it as a secondary stripper.
And MADREAMY is going to be drafting another stripper himself. He's got Triton coming out.
It's a very good draft from MADREAMY. The Triton last pick is very scary for ZEFARIOUS because it's going to take turn 1. It's going to be really good against the Hagang as well. The other thing is ZEFARIOUS only has 1 speed lead, not a ton of damage in this composition.
Yeah, definitely looking to banning out that CR, eliminating the speed lead from ZEFARIOUS' side of the field. MADREAMY wants to outspeed, but it looks like the Hagang is actually going to be the unit he's banning out.
I like these bans. I think these are good for both players. It evens out the playing field a lot more.
Solid bans, solid drafts getting into a round 2 with MADREAMY and ZEFARIOUS. Let's go. Triton with the big strip, not stripping the Okeanos, but the Water Ryu is going to be there to help remove all those buffs.
Oh, big AoE silence incoming here from MADREAMY with the Pontos.
And he does land it. AoE silence is on top of everybody. And Juno looking to show who MADREAMY wants to tag it out first, and that is the Gianna.
Oh, and the first turn revenge stuns up that Gianna, takes it down already.
Revenge stun onto Gianna. Absolutely wild here. Gonna see some attack break going on to the Cadiz and not receiving it.
Wants a little bit of attack bar to take away from the Pontos. He's chipping away at that Pontos, trying his absolute best to get there. He should be able to take out the Gianna here.
Ooh, looking to try and get the silences on everybody, not receiving it on top of that Ciara. Juno looking to take out the Gianna, but it looks like the Pontos looking to throw that silent on top of Ciara instead.
Even though he doesn't get it on the Sierra, still manages it, and they're just passing it back. They're playing catch with that silence debuff.
It's hot potato right now. I'm seeing nothing but skill 1s happening on both teams.
Pass back and forth, but that branding, a little bit scary to put onto that Juno there.
They're all skill 1s. All we've been seeing is just nothing but skill 1s left and right.
Needs to pass it back to the Oki. Wants to deny the skill 3, but is scared of the Gianna or the Sierra bomb, so passes it to Sierra instead. Was willing to take the turn here.
Cadiz with the branding, trying to deal a little bit of damage to that Juno. We've got the skill 2 attack bar pushback happening here. Rain of Stones coming out on the side of MADREAMY. MADREAMY only gets 2 units stunned up there. Pontos holding on.
That's not looking so good here. MADREAMY's taking a lot of damage, and that Juno might not actually get a turn. There's the revenge attack bar steal for the Cadiz. Cadiz is going to get the turn, might be able to push back the Juno again. He's trying to kill this Juno with...
To try to push back that Juno as much as possible here. Ciara with another skill 1, finishing off that Pontos finally. Big skill 2 is going to be coming out on top of the Juno. Wants to make sure he doesn't have that second skill up here. First skill once again with this Juno, trying to pummel in more damage, probably onto that Okeanos.
Hard to make the choice here. Needs to kill the Cadiz as well because of the attack bar deny. Sierra could go in towards the Juno here if he wants to take a risk.
Nobody wants any additional turns today. Nobody wants to violent proc in this match. Water Ryu trying to get the attack break onto Cadiz, not receiving it. Third skill attack bar pushback onto ZEFARIOUS. ZEFARIOUS finally has a bomb. This bomb could be coming out here on top of Water Ryu. It is, and does he choose to detonate? He wants to finish off that Juno instead.
No attack bar reduction on the Sierra, gives her the bomb, and there it is. Sierra skill 1 crits, managed to take out the Juno. Water Ryu with the branded bomb is a little bit scary. That could be enough to take him out at this point.
It could be. We're going to see a silent coming out again on ZEFARIOUS' units. We get the stun that did land on top of Water. Water Ryu is dropped here. Triton trying to do all he can right now. Brandon gets past the Okeanos. Ciara finishes off Triton. ZEFARIOUS taking round 2 away from MADREAMY.
A little bit unfortunate there. MADREAMY just needed a little bit more value out of that Juno. Needed one more stun there, or possibly just resisting a little bit of the attack bar pushback from the Cadiz. That revenge set on the Cadiz got a ton of value in that match. Absolutely incredibly well played for ZEFARIOUS.
Yeah, it really was. Well played, honestly, on both of them. That was a lot of fun to watch. I've never seen so many skill ones just going back and forth in a match before.
Yeah, I've never seen so many matches without a lot of violent procs. There was very little violent being tossed around back and forth between those teams.
Yeah, it really was. So a very exciting match. We've got an even more exciting match ahead here, getting into a game 3 with ZEFARIOUS and MADREAMY. Pre-bans are out. We've got the Pontos and Gianna pre-banned.
I do like the 1-1 though. More likely to get towards that game 5 that we love so much, Stoic.
That's right. We always want to see that game 5. Give all players their best chance. And honestly, most exciting tournament that we could produce here. And of course, Water Ryu Khan being drafted by ZEFARIOUS. MADREAMY looking to respond with the second round drafts.
I do like this. Players have responded equally on opposite sides with the units that they are scared of. So we see the Moore and Carnal. We're just like kind of like tossing it back and forth. Oh, but MADREAMY gets the Ganny Oki combo. You know how scary that is.
Yep, definitely a scary combination indeed. Already can't help but favor MADREAMY just a little bit with having that combination on this field.
Both players have the speed lead. No big AoE stripper here from MADREAMY yet, but he might not even need it, knowing he has that Okeanos.
Ooh, there's the Chung Pong for ZEFARIOUS, and he's going to be locking in a Lulu, so he has a little bit of sustain on his side of the field. MADREAMY looking to respond after seeing a Lulu Chung Pong coming out for ZEFARIOUS.
MADREAMY's side, I really like a Hagang opportunity here, but might risk not having the speed lead. Hagang is pretty effective in a draft like this.
Well, let's see. I want to see MADREAMY take up that time. Take your time and make the perfect pick here.
Leans the Fran again. Anna Savannah wants to brute force the damage.
Yep, change of pace here from MADREAMY. I like to see it. Savannah and Fran wrapping it up. ZEFARIOUS looking to respond here after a very aggressive wrap-up here by MADREAMY.
Double immunity opportunity here is really good for ZEFARIOUS, but oh man, he goes for the aggression. There's the Triton last pick.
Yeah, Triton's coming back here. Lots of strippers on the side of ZEFARIOUS. Definitely doesn't want to keep any buffs up on the side of MADREAMY. Lots of attack bar pushback as well.
We're going to see the Okeanos ban here on ZEFARIOUS' side. There it is. Both the fire units out of the match. This is an all wind, water, and light draft.
Yep, here we go, guys. We got speed leads for both players. We're getting in here, guys. ZEFARIOUS, MADREAMY, let's go. Big
First turn going to Triton.
Triton trying to get the full team strip here, not receiving it on top of the Fran, but Water Ryu once again coming in to pick up what Triton does not put down. And buffs are coming up for this Fran.
No attack bar reduction on the Fran from the Water Ryu there. A little bit unfortunate. Could pop the Water Ryu passive right now.
He's trying to get that attack break on top of the Water Ryu as well. Savannah, I'm sorry, not Savannah yet. And of course, Lulu getting the immunity up.
Chung Pong missing 2, though. Pretty important to be missing it on this one. Does go for the skill 2, the reset into the Chung Pong.
Yep, beautiful strip there on top of Chung Pong. Seal of Magic coming out on top of that Chung Pong. And the bomb's coming out as well. He could detonate it to help remove one of these units from ZEFARIOUS' field, and the dots may kill.
Has ZEFARIOUS in a pretty unfortunate position here. Does have the Lulu opportunity to cleanse the Chung Pong, but he is going to die to the Fran most likely.
And it does die to the Fran. It would have died to the Savannah as well. Savannah trying to pummel as much damage as possible. Water, you're looking for a full team strip and pretty much got it.
Yeah, ZEFARIOUS really needed the strip pushback on the Fran there, and then tried to get it again with the Water Ryu, but wasn't able to get the pushback. Fran getting that skill 3 up was pretty much what locked it in here. ZEFARIOUS had no opportunity to really get any value out of his Chung Pong.
Yeah, silence land on everybody. ZEFARIOUS showing that he really wants to dismount this Savannah as quick as possible. Well, Savannah's going to be pummeling some big damage on top of this Lulu. And here comes a little more damage about that additional turn.
A lot of damage, a lot of chip damage here. Has the additional damage from all of these units. Savannah just raw crit damage unit overall.
Yeah, Lulu with the big sustain here. ZEFARIOUS desperately trying to dismount this Savannah. Is he going to be doing it here? And he finally dismounts the Savannah. He needed to do that, but we got a big shot here coming on to Lulu. Lulu actually took that very, very well.
Needs a violent proc here to lock this guy down. Could get the bomb actually instead. The bomb could go up. Wants to split the debuffs, so Lulu's skill 3 has less value.
Yeah, Lulu going with the big cleanse here. Bomb is going to be gone. We get the additional turn coming out of Lulu as well.
Here it is, the battle of the supports. All the extra healing, all the CC from ZEFARIOUS. Wants to
Zefarious
possibly save his skill 3, though.
Yeah, he was really thinking about it there. I didn't know if he was going to use it enough, the attack bar pushback, but of course he has the Water Ryu with the skill 2 coming in there. But the additional turns coming through Savannah. Savannah trying to pummel as much damage as possible on top of this Lulu. Lulu still holding on here.
Oh, but again, he gets the turn, the reset here, opportunity to push back, and Fran's going to get the skill 3.
Yeah, beautiful reset right there. Of course, Lulu's going to be healing herself here. No additional turns coming out there. Bomb is landing on top of Water Ryu. He's going to be detonating. He wants that stun of the Water Ryu. Removes that Water Ryu from the field. All we have is Triton and Lulu here, looking very good for MADREAMY.
Oh, MADREAMY's going to take it here. Fran does have another attack buff and immunity. ZEFARIOUS just couldn't get it. Played so far behind from that turn 1.
Yeah, definitely not able to come back there. Round 3 going to MADREAMY.
I did really like that Fran draft. Honestly, I felt like ZEFARIOUS had a pretty advantageous draft here, but you know, the resistance just didn't play in his favor. He missed it on the Triton, didn't get the attack bar pushback on his Water Ryu, and just couldn't make up the difference after that immunity went up.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're going to see a new match here. We're going to see possibly a different draft. Is there going to be a change of pace coming out of ZEFARIOUS or MADREAMY? Because that change of pace from MADREAMY really paid off, bringing in the Fran and that Savannah.
Well, MADREAMY with the respect ban. We've seen a lot of this in this tournament so far. Players respecting other units' LDs. We saw the Tableau ban in the Thompson matchup. We're seeing the Cadiz ban here for MADREAMY against ZEFARIOUS.
ZEFARIOUS has that first pick, most likely taking the Okeanos away from MADREAMY. And then there's the Connell coming out for MADREAMY. And one other pick, maybe that Water Ryu.
We do love to see a Connell and a more. We can see it. Here it is.
And there you have it. We have the Water Ryu being drafted with that Connell on the MADREAMY side of the field. ZEFARIOUS needing to respond. He loves drafting this Triton. I don't know if we're going to see the Triton again for ZEFARIOUS or not.
I would most likely lean towards the Hagang. I know ZEFARIOUS really likes those Art Masters. It's very effective in this draft and really doesn't lean too heavily in one direction.
Well, he's got the Ciara for him right now. Let's see if he drafts that Hagang as well.
Ooh, goes for the Lulu instead. Wants to play a little more defensively. ZEFARIOUS been playing pretty aggressive throughout this this set here, but we're changing it up. We're, like you said, Stoic, we're going for the defensive nature now.
Yep, definitely a good change up there for ZEFARIOUS. I think he needs to have a little bit more sustain on his field, and Lulu is a fantastic answer for sustain.
MADREAMY leaning towards that Juno again. Loves to pick that Juno. He knows it's very good for him.
Yeah, Juno and Pontos coming out for MADREAMY. Very strong draft from MADREAMY right now.
Yeah, the Juno here is actually fairly good. It does a lot of damage and also kind of deters you from picking things like Diana or maybe even in some cases possibly Antares.
ZEFARIOUS looking at picking this Gianna, followed up by a Water Monkey King. So this is a little bit of a change of pace here for ZEFARIOUS. Kind of what we want to see. We want to see something change here. We want to see something he hasn't done before going into this match number 4. And MADREAMY looking to respond after seeing a Gianna and Water Monkey King.
I like this. ZEFARIOUS knows he doesn't have the Carnal, so instead of going for the AoE damage, AoE control, it goes for that single target damage. The Water Monkey King as well as the Oracle skill ones are very, very effective at ripping through units.
Ooh, down to the wire. We see a 0. We see a Savannah coming out for MADREAMY. I'm curious if that was an auto pick for the Savannah or not.
It could have been. We did see it in the recent one. We don't see MADREAMY shaking his head, so maybe he's okay with it. It's not the worst as long as he's got it speed tuned. Most likely seeing the speed lead ban here on ZEFARIOUS' side, and then for MADREAMY's side seeing the... Oh, but we don't! Completely different than what I was thinking.
And we've got Lulu banned out. We've got Water Ryu banned out. Speed leads for both teams, guys. Here we go. Can MADREAMY shut it down now, or can ZEFARIOUS extend this out into a game 4? We're about to find out.
Gianna very fast here, taking turn 1. Does get the double stun. Oh, Savannah so fast there on the first turn opportunity.
That's right. Might see another big stun coming out here with this Juno. Juno actually not getting anything except that stun on top of the Gianna, of course. We're going to see a skill 3 coming out, dealing a good amount of damage with that Connell.
We need to see the strip into the Savannah. There it is. There's the strip in Savannah. No stun on the Sierra. I mean, Sierra will get the bomb up.
That's right. He can dismount the Savannah right now, and that's exactly what ZEFARIOUS needs to do. He needs to limit that damage coming out of MADREAMY as much as possible.
Oh, that extra turn there, though. Oh, strips the immunity, which means it can't be stunned up by this Water Monkey King. Carnal has no more skills, doesn't have the skill 2 to rotate.
That's right. Cardinal has nothing right now, but of course we're going to get the provoke on top of Ciara. Ciara possibly looking for additional turn. No additional turns coming out here. We're going to be passing these silences over to the Savannah, but the Rain of Stones going to be primed and ready to stun up everybody on MADREAMY side of the field, not getting the stun on top of the Connell.
Getting a lot of value here. That Water Monkey King stun also only hitting the Juno does give her a little bit of healing. Looking kind of scary, though. Even though the Savannah is down and didn't get the skill 3 up, ZEFARIOUS is losing a lot of damage really quickly.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be trading units here. Savannah's gone. I do believe the Ciara is going to be gone here, but we see that third skill coming out, dealing a ton of damage on top of Connell. Connell is alive. He has to take out that Ciara right now.
And I stand completely corrected. A lot of damage coming out from ZEFARIOUS' side. The Water Monkey King extra turn into that skill 3, 3K hit, 6 hits is an incredible amount of damage, even for a tanky unit like Connell.
Yeah, Juno choosing not to go for the strip and strip the buffs off of that Water Monkey King. Gianna finishing off the Connell here. It's just Pontos and Juno. Definitely not over from MADREAMY yet. We've seen those skill 1s. The unit of focus right now is going to be the Okeanos. Big skill 2 stun on top of that Gianna.
A lot of value here for ZEFARIOUS, though. Juno's going to take a lot of damage from this monkey. One extra turn, and she is going to die.
Yep, that's right. There's that stun. I mean, it's going to be able to sustain just a little bit more there. Pontos able to finish off the Okeanos. Gianna trying to pummel in as much damage as possible on top. But that is a beautiful Despair stun coming out onto the Water Monkey King. He needs to drop the Juno. Juno with the revenge almost drops it. Can he get rid of that Water Monkey King? I don't know. He cannot do it just yet. Bombs coming out on top of that Pontos. Wow, ZEFARIOUS able to hold on.
I think MADREAMY's okay. Oh, the extra turn! He passes back the bomb, gets the extra turn, and that's enough. It could be enough to take out ZEFARIOUS here. This could be the 3-1.
What a turn of events, throwing that bomb back at Gianna. Pontos not letting it. It's not over yet. Pontos still holding on here. Bomb's not gonna be coming out. He wants that skill 1. And there you go. Pontos dropped it with the 1% HP. MADREAMY.